You're not calling him dad, you're calling him daddy.
No, I'm calling him daddy.
Oh!
TLC's new dating show is absolutely fucked. If you don't know what the show is, this is a really like Sparks Notes version of it, but basically mothers, so the Milfs and the sons, are a part of the same dating pool, and it's really weird. I don't know whether I have to clarify this, but I probably should have mentioned it a bit earlier. This show does not encourage incest. This is not how it works. Like the mothers and sons aren't dating each other. They're just like amongst each other, if that makes sense. Like the bloodline is not crossing, okay? Not gonna lie. The first thing I thought when I saw this TV show was, I wonder if they're going to create a spin-off called MILF Manor. There's probably double standards with that. I feel like if they did that, it would just be like way too much outrage. I honestly highly doubt that's gonna happen, but I just thought I would mention it. The show just started this year and it has a rating of 14% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 3.6 out of 10 on IMDb. So I mean, people are clearly loving it. I'm gonna run you through the cast because I feel like it's good to get a background as to the situation and who's there, etc. So the first person we have is Callie, who is 51, who, quote, according to an article I read, can't believe she is single. Her son Joey is also on the show and he is 20. He is the youngest contestant on the show by a couple years, so they're not all like just legal. He's over being just legal, but he's still very young. There's 51-year-old Shannon, who after an 18-year marriage breakdown, dated a 27-year-old who, quote, opened up her mind. Shannon's son Ryan, who is 30. There's Stephanie, 47, who prefers dating young men. So in saying that, I feel like she's probably come to the right place. Her son is Billy, who is 28. There's So Young, who's 51, with her 26-year-old son Jimmy. There's April Jane, 60, which, okay, I will say, this lady does look pretty good for 60. I mean, do I think majority of it is natural? Maybe not. Her son is Gabriel, who's 23. Paula, 48. Her son Jose, who's 28. The last mother and son situation we have is Charlene, who's 46, and her son Harrison, who is 23, which this guy's also an ex-stripper. So as far as we know, no one actually signed up for the concept. So how they went about it was they pretty much were like, we need mother and sons. The mothers and sons were convinced that they were going into different dating pools. Then once they all got on the show, they revealed the big secret.
That's my mom right there. Mamá, ¿qué haces aquí?
Dios mío de mi vida. Oh my God.
I'm just confused how nobody walked off at this point, honestly, because I feel like if I were in a dating show, if I saw like a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, even like a couple of cousins over, ew.
I just saw straight to possess eyes and just stay there for a couple of seconds and say, what is this?
As far as I know, they all stayed on the show, so maybe it was like a binding contract situation, which I'm assuming it probably was, but
I am really confused right now. What is really happening here?
I also don't think that the general demographic of this show is geniuses or smart people. So I feel like at this early point, they're probably all sitting there being like, oh my God, it's my son. And these people have not yet comprehended that the people next to them, like the woman next to you, her son is also over there. I feel like they're all kind of confused. They're just like, why is my son there? Like, producers, why did you do that for? Like, what do you mean? My American accent is absolutely horrible, by the way, but I'm gonna keep going with it. So sorry. Like literally, they're probably crossing their sons. They're like, what a coincidence. That's so weird. Like, how did that happen? Like, what do you mean? Probably over 50% of them are still confused. They still don't know what's happening.
We're supposed to date the other moms?
And you're here. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
But there are also some people who get it, that understand.
And I'm gonna have to see my son date these moms.
This is crazy, bro.
That woman does not look happy at all. If I were a part of this show, I'd be like, what the f? This is like absolutely not.
Seeing my son standing in that line made me feel very awkward because they're my son's age.
This has never come across your mind before? You haven't thought when you're dating someone who's like 25? You went to school and graduated in the same year as my son. You were born in 1996. My husband and I were together in 1996 and we had our first son. Still, I didn't think you were the same age. How weird.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm thinking first pick in the draft. Like, I'm looking at everything else before my mom.
Thank God for that.
I think there's a bit of a joint sense of relief with that.
Come on,
Hey, what are you doing here?
Why are you following me on the retreat, Joey? I'm here to find love. Don't get in my way.
Honestly, older women are very hot.
A little bit of a side note, I really don't think a 20-year-old should be going on a dating show. Love Island, I feel like, is for the youngins. All of them are kind of like for people 25 and older. At least in Australia, I'm relatively sure the majority of people are 25 to 35 who go on dating shows. This kid, which I'm gonna call him a kid because he's younger than me by a year. He literally graduated high school like a year or two ago. He's still in the age of being in college. So you haven't legally been on any dating app for more than 2 years. Like, surely you've got to give it a bit more of a solid attempt than going straight on a reality show, like out of high school.
And I know I got the swag and I got the game for them.
Wow, this is like news to me.
Swag?
I'm Joey, nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm April.
April, nice to meet you. I'm doing great, how about you?
I'm fine.
But whenever
Plot twist, he's just casually scouting out these ladies to see which one looks the smartest and will be able to do his homework for him.
So you're gonna be 24, your son's 23.
No, he's 20.
No, I'm gonna be
you're
21.
Oh, you're the baby.
You're gonna be
Immediately grabs him. Lady, you're 60. He's 20.
22, right?
I'm gonna be 22.
That's what I like to hear.
This guy, I feel like, is probably going to watch this back in like 12 months and cringe so incredibly hard at this. We who are watching this are cringing. The reason that I'm saying that is because I'm literally the same. Like, everything I did up until yesterday, in my opinion today, was cringy. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too critical, but...
That's so
And
nice.
I'm probably the oldest.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way. April is the woman who immediately caught my eye.
Surely that's not a coincidence that the 60-year-old is interested in the 20-year-old. If this was filmed in America, you wouldn't even be able to legally drink. Do what you want, but also to an extent, don't.
That's a beautiful ring, by the way.
Thank you.
It kind of reminds me of your face. How do we know?
That's a no from me. Look, I'm sorry for digging at this 20-year-old, but he is just out here giving me some content to react to, and I'm appreciative of that. But also, can you please stop?
Even though I'm this age, I've always been very physical and have a high sex drive. So if you're gonna have a younger guy, there's gonna be a lot more sex.
A new sex drive was gonna come up. With your son being there, please have a little bit of compassion.
Joey, which one's your mom? Yeah.
I love her son cock blocking her. I feel like that's gonna be the preface of this whole show. Literally people being like, oh, hi mum, how are you? Remember when you changed my diapers and how this guy's the same age? Again, I would not participate in this show, but if a lot of different circumstances were to be the case and I was ever on this show, I would probably do the exact same thing.
Both here because we wanted to take this adventure. It literally fell in our lap from the heavens.
Also known as a producer being like, you look like a MILF. Do you like younger guys? Come on our show.
There's this super hot guy named Jose, and he seems like a safe bet because he's very family oriented. You can see he's like tied to his mom's hip. So I feel like he would definitely just have my back and be by my side and, you know, be in my corner.
The whole blurred parent-child relationship through this, I don't know why these people are putting themselves through this, to be honest.
I'm not calling you dad.
I feel like I need to get him away from his mom.
I need to get you away from your mum so I can have you. No.
No, you're not calling him dad, you're calling him daddy.
No, I'm calling him daddy.
Holy shit, sure, so weird. Any mother that ends up with Joey, I genuinely feel bad for him. He's literally a child. Has he even like moved out of home yet? To be honest, with this lady being his mother, it's not really that much of a surprise to me that Joey is kind of the way he is. Most of the time, you're pretty similar to the people who raised you. And I don't think this is any different at all.
Out of all of the women here, Kelly is definitely going for all of the attention. It's almost like she's campaigning. Seems like a lot of work to me.
Ha ha ha. Look, it really doesn't look like this lady's loving it. Like, I don't really know why she's here, to be honest. And that is the introduction of MILF Manor. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, or just like in general, please feel free to comment below any video ideas of any videos you would like me to make on particular situations. Maybe it's a TLC show. Maybe it's like a certain theme of TikTok videos. If you're not subscribed yet, could you please, as it really does help my channel. So,